By now, the great newscaster swap between Austin in Texas and Channel 7 right here has been declared a great success at both ends. You've seen Tonia Cooke working with Kevin Crease at our news desk each night, of course. Last night on this program, we caught Anne Fulwood's brief buying spree, the clothes buying spree in Texas. But tonight in State Affair, she joins me from Channel 36 in Austin, Texas. Anne, tell us about your new job.
Good evening, Keith. How are you going? I'm just fine over here. They're teaching me plenty of things. It's fine. I'm having a great time. I'm just becoming a little more Texan than you might think, though.
Have you had to just adjust a little so that you can become an anchor person over there?
Actually, there's been a bit of adjustment. I mean, their news is a little bit different to ours. It's the conversational American style. It's a little different to the way we do it, and probably moves a little bit faster, and we use different cameras more than we probably do in Adelaide. So there was quite a lot of adjustment there. But as far as speaking, I'm speaking in my normal tongue. I don't have to speak like a Texan. I hope they can understand me. As far as I know, they are.
Tell us a bit about your new city in Austin.
I'll tell you a bit about that. I've just done a little bit of a report, and here it is. This is the skyline of Austin in Texas, Adelaide's sister city, and a few years ago, Austin was the fastest growing city in the United States, but that growth has slowed somewhat over the last year because of the worldwide oversupply in oil, and as you know, Texas is the oil state. But that construction in Austin doesn't seem to be slowing too much from where I'm standing anyway. Just down here in the foreground, you can see there's a 6-lane freeway down here, which they're expanding to 8. Further behind that, you can see more construction. There are apartment buildings just behind there. And of course, in the skyline of the city, you can see more high-rise offices going up as well. Doesn't look like construction and growth in Austin slowing to me. In this capital city of the Lone Star State, the first feeling you get's one of space. The city and suburbs are sprawling, and there's a massive freeway system here as well. Much like any American city you've seen, it's built for cars. So the 500,000 people who live here can move about quite easily. At least that's from our point of view. Austinites tell you it's a mess. What does stand out in the skyline is the dome of the Capitol, the Houses of Parliament. Congress sits here, and the head of the state is Governor Mark White. In the city, a big feature is the University of Texas. The campus is right in the middle of town, catering for 50,000 students, and its centrepiece is the University of Texas Tower, that massive tower in the background, about 100 metres tall. Another thing you might notice about Austin too is the predominance of cranes on building sites. So much so that my mayor was heard to say once, the Texan state bird's a crane. One thing I also learned very early on in this day is that Texans have a great sense of state pride, as evidenced by this Lone Star State flag flying high above an office building. In other states you're probably more likely to see the stars and stripes, but in Texas their state flag flies as high. Now, Austin's on the Colorado River, and around the city they've dammed up parts of it, and they've made 3 big freshwater lakes, very much the focus of Austin life. The weather here is quite like Adelaide's. In spring and summer it can be quite hot, so the place to be is at the lake. This here is Lake Travis, and you're not a true Austinite if you don't either get down to the lake, get onto the lake, or get into the lake. But if worse comes to worse, you can also sit by the lake and sip a strawberry margarita. Cheers. The Texans love their water sports just like we Aussies do. In fact, the beaches are a bit rocky here. There are only about 2 or 3 sandy beaches, but that won't deter a Texan from having a good time.
Yeah, we skip school and we come to the lake.
What's it like living in Austin? Do you enjoy it here?
It's great.
Why are you all here with your mates just today?
Mates? I just have one mate.
This was like the first day. It was really nice and warm, and I had a couple tests, and we had enough money to buy some light beer.
Well, that sounds almost like Australia, doesn't it? Tally-ho from Texas. This is Anne Fulwood. So that's a little bit of an indication of Austin for you, Keith. It's a lovely city. There's plenty of trees. There's plenty of greenery. It's sprawling. It reminds me a lot of Adelaide. The people, the things they do in Austin are similar to Adelaide. They love the outdoors. They're tanned, they like to go to the lake. You know, as I said, in that little spot, it's a great city.
What about the language differences? Have you run across a few words that you're just completely bushed by?
Well, there are a couple of words here that I won't mention. There are also a couple of other words that I can mention. Like, hey, how y'all going here? Y'all come back now. You know that word y'all? They use it. And they've been teaching me how to say y'all.
And we have to leave you now, but enjoy the rest of your stay.
Keith, no doubt about it. Thank you very much.
Anne Fulwood enjoying herself at Channel 36 in Austin, Texas, part of their 150th birthday celebrations. Of course, Tonia Cooke with us at the 7 News Desk this week as part of ours. This is State Affair. More in a moment.